Vanilla? I don't think so. Hi everybody, it's been a while. Today I want to talk about the three gamba sonatas. I used to think that they are a bit vanilla, but I don't think so anymore, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So let's begin. These sonatas have a tacit relationship with the Italian trio sonatas. In particular, the Sonata da Chiesa a Tre, a three-part church trio sonata for two violins and continuo, which was made famous by the Italian composer Arcangelo Corelli. Of the three sonatas, we only have a manuscript in Bach's hand for BWV 1027. This work exists in a different form, BWV 1039, which is an earlier version for two flutes and continua. I will add the link in the description box. Look at the overall arc of all three sonatas taken as a body of work or a set. We have to take into account the fact that the Adagio of BWV 1027 is an opening that, although it feels like a cantilena, a singing work that can stand on its own, for me the energy should be reserved for the later, faster movements ahead. In other words, I wouldn't start it with bravado. When you play this, listen to the walking bass in the cembalo or piano, the eighth notes. In bar 1, we have those typical two under a slur notes. So I think of those as tia tia, separation between the pairs. And when we get to the E, I think of this as a different, higher voice. Perhaps if the first voice was a tenor, this could be an alto. So just compare the timbre of those two voices. And when we get to bar 6, decide if you want to end this trill closing or without. There's many decisions like this throughout the movement and throughout these sonatas. In bar 7 or... and these you can also discuss with your pianist. You don't always have to match the endings and trills to what the pianist or cembalo are doing, but I think that sometimes we play with them and then definitely need to coordinate those decisions. Other decisions include speed of trills, length of trills, when is your stopping point, which is sometimes like the last third of a length of a note. We just stop the trill and just sit on the note, and I will show you examples. We have in bar 9 a hemiola in the harpsichord part. The gamba provides the polyrhythm feel by sitting on the G. So let's see. This G. Here is an end of a musical sentence, the B, and we start a new sentence on the F sharp. So this is bar 9. So this is a new sentence. Let's talk about appoggiaturas. If we're looking at the middle of bar 10, so this appoggiatura, so it's played as 16th notes, and we're splitting the beat between the D and the C sharp. We have an ending of a sentence again at the end of bar 15. So bar 16 you can compare to the very opening. It's the exact same material. In bar 20, we have 3 trills. 2 of them start from above, in my opinion. Now, one is written this way even, so... but this one, I play from below. The reason is that we approach it from the F sharp below. And the other reason is for the sake of variety. I think we've heard 2 trills in that bar already starting from the upper note, and it is more interesting not to repeat that again. So I start the G in bar 20 from the bottom. That trill I started from the actual note. And then we have an hemiola in bar 21. Let's look at the end of bar 21. It's interesting that we are on the beat, so... and then the following bar, bar 22, we are off the beat. And then again on the beat. 2. And the beat, I call the big beat, the 3, every 3 eighths are 1 big beat. 1, rather 2, and so pay attention to when you're sitting on the beat and when you're before the beat, and we're alternating with the pianist or harpsichord player. There is another hemiola in bar 24, so I will start from the beginning of that bar. 1. Bar 25 starts the coda, basically. I like showing it by placing that G and you can even try playing it slightly on the slower side, sort of wistful. And starting those from above the trills. And then ending without a trill. Also, in general, the trills in slow movements should be slower than trills in faster movements, just to kind of fit in with the mood, the overall mood of the movement. And here, definitely practice with your pianist or harpsichord player. That's tricky to really coordinate. I play down bow, I believe. I add a turn in the beginning of the trill. And then an ending. I wouldn't vibrate too much, especially on the ending notes. I wouldn't do that. Of vibrato just to enliven the note, but then tapering off. I do not play in a quote-unquote authentic Baroque style. I don't use different tuning, gut strings, or a Baroque bow, although I have one. But I do try not to vibrate, over the top. So I think overall more purity of sound is really fitting to the style, much more fitting. We also have to vary how much we vibrate depending on the situation. In a big hall, we vibrate a little more, we play a little slower, we play louder and heavier in general. These sonatas sound great if you're playing them lighter, but I feel that in a big hall you will have to change some things. So beware if you practice in a very different situation where you're gonna be performing. When I just performed this piece in Lincoln Center, the hall was very big, and we found that slowing down the fast movements was necessary for the sound to carry. And this is it for the slow movement.